Made it a close play at second. Konerko safe on a fielder's choice, and a nice play by Hillenbrand for the first out of the inning.
Terrific play, diving to his left on the ground ball, and he kind of dives and gets it on that in-between hop. But then you mentioned had trouble getting a grip on it. Finally does. Offerman makes himself stretch like a first baseman, and they get the force out. Ball almost popped out from the webbing of the glove past his throwing hand.
Runners at the corners, 1 out, 7th inning, 9-1 Boston. And the hitter Chris Singleton, who has twice flied to left. Ball low on Singleton.
Imagine the satisfaction that Saberhagen feels right now in that Red Sox clubhouse after all he's been through all season, all of last year. To come out and put on a performance like that, I guess it makes it all worth it.
Yeah, it has to be a great feeling, and many others, Jerry, just would have packed it in several times. He's had so many opportunities to say, hey, I've done enough, and I've given it a legitimate attempt to come back, and it's just not going to happen. But he has battled back time after time.
And what happens generally is you get to a point where you've done so much rehabbing, it doesn't come around for you, and just basically you quit. You've had enough. And incredibly, he just keeps going.
And every time he comes back, even with those long stretches in between, including 22 months this time, he looks like the exact same guy the last time you saw him pitch.
He made a comment a couple of years ago that, why is he so motivated at this stage of his career? And his answer is to get into a World Series. He said, he was in one early in his career, but he'd really appreciate one now at this stage of his career.
Chopped down the line, foul.
And when he says something like that, he's just not blowing smoke. I mean, he's talking the truth.
Two and 2 on Singleton, who's been in a slump lately. 5 for his last 26. And a 2-2 from Pichardo. He struck him out. Foul tip caught by the catcher Hatteberg. Singleton thought it hit the dirt before it went into the mid of Hatteberg, and he's arguing. So now they're going to check with the third base umpire, and apparently he says yes, the ball did hit the dirt, so they're going to call it a foul ball. And Singleton is still up there. Doug Eddings, the third base umpire, on the appeal, making the call.
Yeah, he made the call without even the home plate umpire asking for help. He was prepared to call him out. That's a close one. Tough to tell. Now, there was a time when umpires would not overrule another umpire. That has changed in today's game, and I think changed for the better.
Yep. Chopper foul. That one might have gotten a piece of the home plate umpire Eric Cooper on the way by. Yeah, before it almost seemed like the umpires felt like I can't show up one of my colleagues, and they lost sight of the idea that the idea is to get the call right, regardless of what it takes to get it right.
Now, that was most of Jimmy Williams' arguments since he's been with the Red Sox have been just about that.
Pichardo handles the comebacker, hits Lansing in stride, double play, nicely done. Lansing was flying across the bag. It was a moving target. Pichardo with a couple nice plays. 7th inning stretch at Fenway Park, and the Red Sox still lead 9-1. You're watching the Fox 25 Red Sox television network.
Tomorrow, the action continues at Fenway when the Red Sox clash with Chicago. Red Sox and White Sox tomorrow at 4:30 on Fox 25.
There are certain events that people are proud to be part of, and Camp Jeep is one of them. But the only way to get there is in a Tackle Anything Jeep 4x4. And right now, you can get into one during the Camp Jeep sales event at your Jeep dealer. Get up to a $2,500 cash allowance or 0.9% financing for savings over $4,200 on select vehicles. Or get a Wrangler for under 15 grand. So hurry in, because the only way to get out there is to get here first. See your New England Jeep dealer.
In Boston, there's only one place to go when you want to see a baseball game.
Only one place to go when you want to ride the most famous boats in Boston.
And when you want to buy furniture in Boston,
you have an alternative. Bernie and Phil's Furniture.
The quality brand name furniture you'll see elsewhere, but priced like nowhere else.
Bernie and Phil, quality, comfort, and price. That's nice.
A curse on the Red Sox? Come on.
It's so stupid.
Some fans say we're still paying for getting rid of Babe Ruth.
The Babe from afar is coming back to haunt them.
See what's behind all the Sox superstition.
After 86, I'd believe in anything.
Is there really a curse of the Bambino?
Wake up to Don Bambino and have me face it.
Tonight after the game on Fox 25 News at 10.
Boston Red Sox baseball on Fox 25 is brought to you by Bernie and Phil's, where it's all about the furniture. And by Dunkin' Donuts. When the action heats up this season, cool off at your neighborhood Dunkin' Donuts. Loosen up a little. Seventh-inning stretch. Fans settling back into their seats for the bottom of the seventh. Danny Wright threw a breaking ball for ball one to Manny Ramirez, who has struck out 3 times, but last time up in the 5th he reached when the 3rd strike was a wild pitch, and he wound up scoring later in the inning. Wright came in last inning to make his major league debut, gave up a homer to the first batter Mike Lansing on his 2nd major league pitch, but then got the next 3 hitters in a row. During the inning, we're going to check the scoreboard, brought to you by your friendly New England Dodge dealers. The 2-0 is high. Let's get you started on the scoreboard. The Yankees looking for their 6th win in a row. They're in Toronto tonight, and they've just broken that game open with 4 runs in the 7th inning, a 3-run homer by Alfonso Soriano. And Mike Messina strong outing. Ramirez walks. 6-1 Yankees in the 8th. Elsewhere, Tigers trying to end a 5-game losing streak, but they're in the short end of a 6-3 score at home against Cleveland. Will Cordero has homered, and Tony Clark's gone deep for Detroit. Texas Rangers have won 4 in a row. They are tied up with the Devil Rays, 1-1 in the 3rd. Ryan Roop against Rob Bell. The Orioles are slumping. They've lost 5 in a row. They have Jason Johnson on the mound tonight in Anaheim against Scott Schoenweiss. The Royals are at the Athletics. They just made another trade a couple of days ago. Jeff Suppan against Mark Mulder. The Twins and the Mariners. Losey against Abbott. Bichette sends it to center. Caught by Singleton. 1 out. Bichette now 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. The rest of the scores in the National League this afternoon. The Cubs over the Cardinals, 4-3. Tom Gordon saved that one, his 20th. The Marlins and the Reds playing tonight. Cincinnati leads 6-2. Aaron Boone is at a 2-run homer. The Braves at the Expos, 6-3 Atlanta. Ken Caminiti and Brian Jordan have gone deep. They're now in the 9th. The Pirates, losers of 3 in a row, lead the Astros 3-2 in the 7th. Vinny Castilla has homered for Houston. Brian Daubach, the batter here. The Mets lead the Phillies 5-1 in the 7th. Mike Piazza, 2-run homers, 24th homer of the year. Brewers got 3 in the 1st, 3 more in the 2nd. They lead the Padres 6-0. Richie Sexton is 24th homer. Later on, the Giants and the Diamondbacks. Reeder against Anderson, and the Rockies and the Dodgers. Estacio against Adams. And that's the scoreboard, brought to you by your friendly New England Dodge dealers. Andrew Estacio still with the Rockies, even though it seems like his name comes up every day in a trade rumor.
Yeah, maybe for his last start with the Rockies.
Probably some scouts there to watch him tonight with the trade deadline 4 days away now. Daubach to deep center. Singleton back to the edge of the warning track to make the catch.
Tell you what, whoever's drafting these pitchers for the White Sox, they're drafting big guys that throw hard. I'll tell you, their whole staff just about very tall and a lot of hard throwers. Pip Wells has started the ball game tonight. Certainly throws hard. We see another young pitcher here with a good fastball, can clock at 93, 94.
Wright was a second-round draft choice in the '99 draft. He's pitching now to Shea Hillenbrand. 2 outs and Ramirez at first in the 7th inning. 9-1 Red Sox. Hillenbrand is singled, walked, and grounded into a double play. He's driven in a run and scored 1. Shea pops it up. Foul ground. Johnson near the on-deck circle. That ends the inning. After 7, 9-1 Boston.
What are the odds you'll ever need a kidney transplant? What are the odds? About the same as being hit by lightning. Twice. Never happened, I thought. And then I got sick and needed a new kidney. The good news, I belong to Tufts Health Plan. They made sure I went to one of their transplant centers of excellence. Hospitals with higher success rates for transplants. Chances are you'll never need a transplant. But you need a health plan that thinks you deserve really special care.
Tufts Health Plan, dedicated to a higher standard.
No harness, Swabbies. Siberia's still half an ocean away.
At the pace you're drumming, we'll never get there.
Oh, we'll sink.
Oh, can't you row without me drumming?
You'd be keeping the beat if you drank a Red Bull.
Red Bull?
Yeah, the energy drink. It vitalizes body and mind. You're all pumped up.
So's me brain. Forget Siberia. Let's do Bermuda.
What a genius.
Or even better, let's do Hawaii. It's boy for everybody.
Red Bull gives you wings. I need some suntan lotion.
Even when money is no object, value is. Announcing 0% financing plus 0 first month's payment when you buy or lease any new 2001 Lincoln, including the new Lincoln Town Car Signature Series Premium Edition with complimentary moonroof, complimentary 6-disc CD changer, even complimentary maintenance. You must act now for 0% financing and 0 first month's payment on all 2001 Lincolns.
Boston Red Sox baseball on Fox 25 is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, celebrating 30 years of freedom, 30 years, one mission, low fares. And by McDonald's, we love to see you smile. Red Sox got 7 runs in the first, and they've had it in cruise control ever since. And the big story of the night, the performance of Bret Saberhagen in a major league game for the first time since the 1999 playoffs, and he was terrific. 6 innings, allowing just 3 hits and 1 run. He struck out 3.
Couple of strikeouts on the fastball, 1 on the changeup, with a nice ovation as Saberhagen left after his last inning. They were on his side all night long, which started when he went out to the bullpen to warm up.
Paulo Pichardo, who came in last inning and got out of a jam after the first 2 batters had singles. Royce Clayton, the batter. He did the only significant damage to Saberhagen with his leadoff homer that spoiled Bret's shutout bid in the 6th inning. Because there was no way Saberhagen was going to be around long enough to pitch a complete game shutout anyway. Clayton's 1 for 2. Clayton, Mark Johnson, and Ray Durham coming up here in the 8th. A runner inside. Sawed him off, and it won't be a close play at first as Clayton went down on a knee and was slow to get up.
Well, you said it exactly right, Sean. When major league players say he was sawed off, this is about, well, this is in a dictionary. This is the way it is. This fastball running back inside, right on the hands, breaks the bat. Clayton almost falls down. He does drop to just about 1 knee, and he's not even out of the batter's box by the time Pichardo had the ground ball. That is being sawed off.
Strike to Mark Johnson, who was popped out and had a bunt single. And the ball just low. Pachardo's pitched an inning in the third of relief. He's allowed 2 hits. Hit on the ground to second. An easy play for Offerman. 2 outs. We're in the 8th inning. The Red Sox leading 9-1 and out hitting Chicago 11-5.
Number 5, the second baseman, Ray Durham.
Here's Ray Durham. He takes the ball inside. He was one of the Chicago players who was openly wondering yesterday after the James Baldwin trade was announced if in fact management was throwing in the towel on this season. I mentioned earlier the general manager and managers say they are not. Tomooka warming up in the bullpen. And Durham also disconsolate because James Baldwin was his closest friend on the team. Durham said yesterday, it feels like we are giving up. Line down the line, that's a fair ball up into the stands and then back out again on a hop. It'll be a double for Durham.
Number 22, the third baseman, Jose Valentin.
I think too, Sean, players get frustrated. Probably been a close friend, teammate for a long time, and you know they see one of their friends go, a guy that they've gone to war with over the last few seasons, and sometimes that gets in the way. I know a few years back when the Chicago White Sox were a couple of games behind Cleveland and made those moves. But they did get a lot of fine players in return and helped them last year win that division.
One and one on Valentin, who singled in the first inning and stole second. 1 for 3 tonight. And apparently Baldwin was a team leader. In exchange for Baldwin, they got 3 minor leaguers. Left-handed pitcher Onan Masaoka, who apparently is the key player that the White Sox got. He's a left-handed middle reliever, throws in the low 90s. They think he could join them this season. They also got right-handed pitcher Gary Majewski and an outfielder Jeff Barry. There was some embarrassment for the White Sox and general manager Kenny Williams. He thought they were getting a right-handed pitcher Jonathan Berry, but the Dodgers sent them the outfielder Jeff Barry, who's a 32-year-old journeyman. He said, I will honor the trade anyway. They made the trade dealing primarily with Danny Evans, who formerly was the assistant general manager of the Chicago White Sox. He's now a special assistant to the Dodgers interim general manager Dave Wallace. So he might have enjoyed seemingly pulled a fast one over on Kenny Williams. Danny Evans left. He'd been in their White Sox organization a long time and left in part because he was disappointed when Kenny Williams was made the GM and Danny had been sitting there forever, was not made the GM.
So he slipped in a different Berry on it.
Yeah, we got to give you a Barry instead of a Berry.
That stuff happens now and then.
Three-two pitch, ripped to right. That'll bring in another run. O'Leary tracks it down on the warning track. It's 9-2. Durham scored with ease on a double by Valentin.
Now Valentin, who had been in a little bit of a slump, 5 for his last 29 coming into the game, now has 2 hits in this ball game. A single back in the first off Saberhagen, and got a high pitch from Pachano and put on a line in right field. Picks up his 40th RBI of the season.
So back-to-back doubles and a run in for Chicago. They have 7 hits, 4 of them against Pachardo in an inning and 2/3. Carlos Lee 0 for 3, took a strike at the knees. One and one now. Another one of those pitches that runs up and in from Pichardo to the right-handed hitter, and Lee managed to fist that one foul.
He's really got a lot of movement on that fastball tonight, running back into the hands of those right-handers. Just when the ball's moving that much, I guess you just kind of aim for the middle of the plate and let the natural action of the baseball take over.
1-2 pitch. Went to the breaking ball, the outside corner, and just missed. Little pop up. Hatteberg can't get there in time. Never got high enough in the air. Did land on the field of play over by the on deck circle, but no chance for Hatteberg. And that was reminiscent of the pop up that Jason Varitek caught when he broke his elbow. So you're almost happy that Hatteberg didn't dive for it in that spot. Another 2-2. Another runner inside. So a full count. Maglio Ordonez on deck. Payoff pitch. Chop past the mound. Lansing has it go through him. Offerman throws toward the plate. It's cut off by Pichardo. He throws to Lansing. They have Lee in a rundown. Valentin has scored. Daubach with the ball. Now Offerman tags him out. The White Sox do get a run. And we'll give you the scoring on that play when we come back. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 9-3 Boston. This is the Fox 25 Red Sox television network.
Thanks, guys. Tonight on Fox 25 News, airline passengers wanting a drink may soon be cut off. See who wants to limit alcohol in the air.
And protecting you from the flu without ever needing a shot. Is a new nasal mist safe?
And a Red Sox fan climbs Mount Everest in an attempt to reverse the curse of the Bambino.
And our weather is looking fantastic. A great night for baseball, and I've got that weekend forecast. It's all coming up.
Thanks, Kim. I'm Curtis Jackson.
And I'm Carrie Lee Halkett. Join us for Fox 25 News after the game.
It's gonna be a magic summer with my Toyota.
It's Toyota's Magic Summer, and you still have time to get $1,000 cash back on Toyota Tundra, which received the highest rating and outperformed all full-size pickups in Insurance Institute crash tests.
It's gonna be a magic
Or get special Tacoma leases, just $199 a month for 48 months with $19.99 due at signing. But it ends July 31st. Hurry, see your New England Toyota dealer now.
Just a little bit of heaven. I found my place in the sky. Grabbed the dice and rolled a 7. Now I've got a piece of the pie. When I'm swinging, angels are singing.
There's nothing like a Dunkin' Donut to take the hectic out of your commute. Stop by today for a great deal on our delicious donuts. Buy 6 of your favorite donuts and get 6 donuts free.
Back at Fenway Park in time for the game summary brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. It's been all Red Sox until the last couple of innings when the White Sox have managed to put 3 runs across. The Red Sox with those 7 in the first have really had command of the game throughout. And the big story, Bret Saberhagen in his first appearance since '99, 6 innings, allowed just 1 run on a Royce Clayton homer and threw 53 of his 75 pitches. 4 strikes, plenty of offense. Troy O'Leary drives the first pitch of the 8th to right. It's caught by Ordonez. 1 pitch and 1 out, and O'Leary's 1 for 4 with a first inning RBI single. Red Sox sent 11 men to the plate in the first against the starter Kip Wells.
Number 3,
they had
the shortstop.
7 men in a row reach at one point. They added single runs in the 5th and 6th, the run in the 6th on a home run by Lansing, the only home run of the night for Boston. And here's Lansing at the plate again. Another good night for Mike. He doubled to drive in a run in the first. 2 for 3. 2 runs scored. 2 runs batted in.
Sean, you'd certainly put Lansing in that dirt dog category. You see the pine tar on his shoulder here, and he has some on the other side. Dirty uniform.
And he just was charged with an error on that last play of the top of the 8th. An error on the grounder by Lee that allowed Valentine to score. No RBI for Lee. And then the play on Lee went 4-1-6-3-4. He's got a lot of dirt.
That's a dirt dog.
Wright's pitch fouled away.
His uniforms, the pants, they have to be patched up a lot because they're diving a lot, sliding. Gonna patch him up. You got the pine tar on both shoulders. So now he'll touch the bat, he'll go away. He'll go in the back, then the front, and that's how he gets that pine tar on both those spots.
Rounding ball foul. Now give us the expert view on how do you tell the difference between a pine tar stain and just regular old dirt.
Now this is just a perfectly, in other words, if you watch him on the on deck circle when he puts the bat in, starts taking the swings, he'll always go the same way. And he'll get that pine tar on both shoulders. You can't put pine tar on your uniform because you could doctor the baseball with it.
But you're saying he has pine tar on his uniform.
Yeah, but that's excuse me, that's not intentional. That's just from what he has on his bat and from loosening up.
So you couldn't sit in the on deck circle and just glob pine tar all over yourself.
No.
Not that you would want to, or would you?
Well, there have been players that at times will doctor the baseball with a little pine tar and get it back to the pitcher so he gets a little better grip.
You said that with a little twinkle in your eye, which the viewers don't have the benefit of seeing, but I do, and it's not the light from the Miners helmet, which would lead me to ask you, and you don't have to confess. The statute of limitations has probably run out here anyway.
Yeah.
Were you one of those people?
I played with some veteran pitchers when I was a rookie. And those veteran pitchers looked for any way possible to win a game. So there were certain instructions that I had.
To doctor the ball, put pine tar on it.
As a second baseman, you handle the ball between every inning as you take that throw from the catcher and they throw it around the infield. So a lot of things happen sometimes to that ball on the way back to the pitcher.
For example, as Lansing strikes out.
Well, one little trick was to have your belt buckle, which you would file down, and so you would catch a ball, bring it
across your belt
buckle. That would make a nice little cut in it, and of course that ball got back to the pitcher, and sometimes you get away with 3 or 4 pitches with it. But I had certain instructions from certain veteran pitchers who had been around a long time.
Would you like to name names? Can we guess?
No, because some of them are in the Hall of Fame.
Really?
Yeah. Don't even start guessing, please.
Well, all right. I won't even mention that Nolan Ryan would come.
No. Honest Nolan would never.
Opened a big can of pine tar here, haven't we? 1 for 4 is Offerman with a single, and a foul ball makes it 2-2. Now, do they make you do that because you were a rookie? I mean, if you were a veteran player, you say, hey, scuff the ball yourself?
No, you probably,
Did you ever risk that you might cut yourself falling down on your sharpened belt buckle?
Well, let me put it this way. For a while, head first slides are very dangerous.
I would think you have to be very subtle too about that ball across the belt buckle thing. If anybody's looking at you, they might be wondering what you're doing.
No, it's pretty easy. Get the glove out in front of you, catch the ball, you bring it down, it's pretty simple. You got to practice. I mean, you go in front of the mirror at home, and
Did it cut your hand instead of the ball?
No.
We had a minor league pitcher when I was with the Syracuse Chiefs who had a thumbtack in his glove, and he was caught in a game because he started bleeding all over the mound. A little pop fly to left, caught by Carlos Lee, and that ends the inning. We go to the 9th. It's going to be Tomo Oka apparently to try to close it out, with the Red Sox leading 9-3.
Congratulations! You've launched the pink slip virus. Your office is now infected. They'll soon trace it to you. Good luck finding a new job. Congratulations!
Want to get away? Now you can. Just go to Southwest.com where you get up to 66% off our 14-day advance fares when you purchase by July 30th.
You are now free to move about the country.
Gentlemen, the Axiom has a 230 horsepower V6. Our commercial opens in New York City.
I love this town.
Then we go to Sweden to show off our dual mode suspension. For beauty shots, Maui at sunset. So, what do you think?
You wish. Maui.
Hold on. You know what we need? We need Troy to sing too. And Carter DJ. Yeah, we could record it, upload it, and take it worldwide. New York, Philly, LA. We gonna be huge. Yeah.
I'm on the phone!
Verizon puts together the world's most powerful technologies so you can do whatever you want. Verizon.
Boston Red Sox baseball on Fox 25 is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, celebrating 30 years of freedom, 30 years, one mission, low fares. By your New England Ford dealer. Visit your New England Ford dealer for the best-selling trucks on the planet. By Budweiser, with the crisp, clean, refreshing taste you'll find in no other beer. This Bud's for you. And by your New England Toyota dealers, where you'll find exceptional value every day. 9-3 Red Sox. 3 outs away from a victory. They're second in a row. And third out of 4 on this homestand. Tomo-Oka will try to finish the job.
First relief appearance for Oka, and his first appearance since that last start he made against the White Sox last weekend in Chicago, which got him out of the starting rotation. Only lasted 2 2/3 innings in that game. 6 hits, 7 runs, and 6 walks for Oka, which is really something that we don't see very often from Tomo. He generally has excellent control.
He'll be greeted by Maglio Ordonez. Paulo Pichardo pitched 2 innings and allowed 2 runs, 1 earned on 4 hits. Ordonez 1 for 3. He singled off Pichardo to open the 7th. One strike on Ordonez. Jose Canseco and Paul Konerko scheduled to follow.
We talked earlier in the game about Saberhagen, how his eyes never leave the target. And that's one of the things they were talking about with Oka in his last start against Chicago. He wasn't picking up the target. He said it was very obvious to everybody in the dugout. They tried to mention it to him, but didn't quite get it in time. And something I'm sure they've been working on since that last outing.
Yeah, it's easier to hit the target if you are actually looking at it. Fastball inside. As we said, it'll be interesting to see if Oak is still around tomorrow when Everett comes off. He would be a candidate to go down to make room for Carl Everett, who is expected to be activated in time for tomorrow evening's game at 5 o'clock here on Fox 25. Base hit for Ordonez, so he's 2 for 4. There's Everett.
Number 31, the designated hitter, Jose Canseco.
Jose Canseco. He's 1 for 3, singled to left in the 7th against Pichardo. Flied out twice against Saberhagen. Down the line, it hits the bag, goes up into the air, and Canseco and Ordonez are safe, first and second respectively. And Oka is in a jam to open the 9th.
There's a chance if the ball doesn't hit the bag that Hillenbrand can make a diving play and at least get one out. But once it hits that bag, it caroms away out toward the outfield, and Canseco picks up his second hit.
The first baseman.
So just about all the hits in this ball game have come in the last couple of innings for the White Sox.
Paul Konerko 0 for 3. Line toward the left field corner and off the bottom of the wall. Ordonez on to score. Throw to third. Canseco is just safe. And it's a hit and an RBI for Konerko. Well, we've seen some late inning breakdowns lately from the bullpen. Oka inherited a 6-run lead, but he's already given 1 run back now, and there's still nobody out.
Third straight hit off Oka. Ramirez almost throws Canseco out at third base. Hillenbrand had to scuffle and get back to position. Makes the sweet tag, but Canseco just barely getting in there in time. And the Red Sox have to get somebody in the bullpen. El Guapo starting to loosen up.
Joe Kerrigan to the mound. That hit gives Konerko an 8-game hitting streak. Well, with guys like Garces and Beck and Lowe being called upon virtually day after day after day, you know, they didn't want to have to go to those guys in a game like this, but they might have to.
Yeah, they'd certainly love to be able to give Garces, Beck, and Lowe a day off today, but as it turns out, they've got to get Garces loose in a hurry.
3 straight hits off Oka. Chris Singleton, the batter. He hits a double play ball at Lansing to Offerman for 1 on the first. A double play. The run scores, but the Red Sox are delighted to have the 2 outs. And Canseco in to make it 9-5. Right after the game on Fox 25 News at 10, a curse on the Red Sox. Come on, no one believes that, do they? Some fans say the Red Sox are still paying for getting rid of Babe Ruth. See what's behind all the superstition. Is there really a curse of the Bambino? Tonight after the game on Fox 25 News at 10. Of course, there's the story of the Red Sox fan, a man named Paul Giorgio from Auburn, who went to the summit of Mount Everest with a Red Sox and Yankee cap and performed some rituals on the advice of a Tibetan Buddhist holy man. He'll cover that ground. He's trying to get rid of the curse if there is one. He brought us back a rock from Mount Everest. There it is. We have it right here in the booth, illuminated by the miner's helmet. Nice looking rock, don't you think?
A nice backdrop too.
I think he got on Wollaston Beach, if you want to know the truth, but you know, hey, Mount Everest. Who are we? Foul ball off to the right. And Royce Clayton, the count is 1-2.
So that's supposed to eliminate the curse.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, who, you know, Tibetan Buddhist holy man tells you to burn a cap or do whatever he did, and you got to believe it's going to work. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the ball game is over. Almost as if Oka doesn't realize the game is over. He's still standing right on the rubber. Red Sox win at 9-5. Totals and more from Fenway right after this.
Welcome to the show, MLB 2002.
Rated E for everyone.
PlayStation.
During the Mercury 2001 clearance, get 0.0% financing on every Sable in stock. Zilch 0.0% on Sable LS Touring Edition with no-charge leather seating surfaces, moonroof, and ABS. Diddly 0.0% on Sable with the government's highest crash test rating. Not 0.0% on Sable Sedan and the versatile Sable Wagon. But hurry, before these offers are gone 0.0%. See your Mercury dealer now.
Life is like a sport. The impact of each step impacts more than just your feet. But new Stride Guard insoles absorb 50% more heel impact than these Dr. Scholl's. Take more impact in stride. New Stride Guard insoles.
Finally, some good news about tires. Pep Boys has lowered prices. Get high-quality 80,000-mile Futura tires now as low as 4 for $179. Hey, when it comes to saving money, all you need to know is where to go. Pep Boys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in my Ford, let's go for a drive.
It's here, Ford's authorized clearance at your New England Ford dealer.
A little bit of fun along the way.
Now get huge savings on the #1 selling truck in America, Ford F-150. Get up to $1,500 cash back or choose low 2.9 financing. That's $1,500 cash back or 2.9 financing on the big tough Ford F-150. The Ford authorized clearance going on now at your New England Ford dealer.
It's hot, huh?
Yeah.
Every bite of Stop & Shop's carefully selected fruit gives you lots and lots of energy for those non-stop summer days. Of course, you don't have to use all that energy at once. Stop & Shop, all the ingredients.
Closed captioning sponsored by N-Star. Our commitment to our customers is stronger than ever.
Escape to an exotic place that we call the driver's seat. The BMW 7 Series sedan, now available for $799 a month. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Visit your local BMW center for a test drive.
Here are the totals for Boston: 9 runs, 11 hits, an error, and 4 men left. For Chicago, 5 runs, 10 hits, no errors, and the White Sox stranded 3. The winning pitcher, Bret Saberhagen, in his first major league appearance since the playoffs of 1999. It's his first win since September 18th of 1999 when he beat the Detroit Tigers. Kip Wells, the starter and loser, now 6-6 for Chicago. Time of the game, 2 hours 42 minutes for a big crowd, 33,813. Yankees beat Toronto tonight 9-1, so the Red Sox remain 2.5 games behind New York in the American League East. New York's won 6 straight. Once again, the final score: Boston 9, Chicago 5. This is the Fox 25 Red Sox television network.
Play of the game is brought to you by New England Ford dealers, and 3 strikeouts from Saberhagen on Lee, Clayton, and then Valentine. And a nice ovation that Saberhagen got as he walked off the mound following the 6th inning. For the best selection of cars, trucks, and SUVs on the planet, visit your local New England Ford dealer or log on to newenglandford.com.
We'll be back with you tomorrow evening at 5 for Game 2 of this series. Till then, for Jerry Remy, Sean McDonough saying good night from Fenway Park. This has been a presentation of Fox 25 Sports. Now, let's join Kerry Lee Halkett and Curtis Jackson at the Fox 25 News Desk.
Thanks, guys. Fox 25 News is coming up next.
And here are some of the stories that you'll see. 5 people are hurt after a collision on a roller coaster at a New England park.
A plane leaving Logan Airport first to turn around moments after takeoff. What went wrong?
Is he a Whitey lookalike? See what's happening to a local man who says he resembles reputed mobster Whitey Bulger.
Protecting you from the flu without ever needing a shot. Is a new nasal mist safe?
The week began with a heat wave. How will your weekend be? I'll let you know.
Sox fans, this is what you've been waiting for all season. The reinforcements are finally arriving.
And a Red Sox fan climbs Mount Everest in an attempt to reverse the curse of the Bambino. This is Fox 25 News. 5 people were hurt in an accident on a New Hampshire roller coaster today. Good evening, I'm Kerry Lee Halkett.
And I'm Curtis Jackson. 2 cars on the 65-year-old roller coaster ran into each other when one of the brakes on one of the cars failed. Fox 25's Reed Lamberty joins us now live from the park with more details on the crash and the victims. Reed?
Curtis, more than 30 people were actually on this roller coaster ride when the collision happened late this afternoon. All of them actually had to climb down the roller coaster to safety. You mentioned 5 passengers were hurt. Their injuries only minor. And we caught up tonight with a father and son who were on the ride who were hurt as they tell us the moments leading up to the crash.
When we came through the area where they normally hit the brakes, there was no brake action. And we just knew something wasn't right.
You might call it his gut feeling that told Larry Kiley there was a problem.
Yeah, there was just a loud scream and a panic. Everybody just panicked.
The panic, the result of a roller coaster fender bender. It happened on the Yankee Cannonball. As the red car was leaving, the blue car was coming in right behind it. It never stopped.
When it went up the hill, it was going faster than the car was that was being pulled up by the chain.
Sitting in the back of the blue car, Larry Kiley and his 10-year-old son, Sean.
I went forward and I hit the handlebars where you're supposed to hold on.